Hello YouTube. This is my playthrough of Chrono Trigger. This is not my first time playing through the game, but it is a attempt for me to re-engage with the story. I played this game a long time ago when I was a kid. As a grown-up now, I have very fond memories of this game, and I would like to see why I do have those memories. Is it just childhood nostalgia, or is it more of a lasting story that can speak to any age group? So while I will be playing through this game, my commentary is not gonna be shock and awe at the story. It's more going to be focused on character motivation, more on why the plot elements are happening when they do. And it's going to be mostly a stream of consciousness for me to take notes on. If you are looking for something more coherent, then I will gladly direct you to my Substack, which will have a much more fleshed out analysis. But if you would like to watch me play through this and just kind of hear my thought process, then you are more than welcome to join along. So without further ado, let's get started. So I have a running theory that this game follows the hero's journey, pretty much familiarized by Joseph Campbell. Not the soup, but a guy, where the argument of the story is that the hero's journey is that the story follows a certain fixed path, and it's split into 3 acts. Act 1 is introducing everyone to normalcy for the main character, which is Chrono here. What I'm trying to figure out is if he actually follows that journey. So I'm trying to keep in mind of what normal is for Chrono. He lives with his mom and a cat, and there's a fair of some sort, but I just want to see what regular things are. We're already introduced to a friend. We only have 2 chairs, so I'm assuming there's no father in the scene. Only 1 plate. We might be poor. I don't know. That just might be limitations. cat. Nice little house, though. Obviously, the game wants me to go to the fair, but I'm going to meander around for a bit. I don't even know if I had $10. Okay, I did. Alright, it seems like everyone is very interested in the Millennial Fair, so we know it's the turn of the century. Or, sorry, millennia. And I believe that I will be anime or JRPG protagonist and just steal every chest that I find. Okay, so there's a bit of interesting world building right there. There is, I guess it is 1000 AD, according to that. So this kingdom has existed for 1,000 years, under 30 some odd generations. And we're having a fair. Very exciting stuff. So I'm guessing that the AD started the new kingdom, so I'm not sure if it's following the Earth calendar, but it's something. Not really sure what silver points are for, but I got them now. Interesting. I don't have enough. So it's money. I remember this guy as a kid. Cool. Oh, I know where that cat is. Interesting. I can dance. Not really sure what I just drank. I'm sure it was great. Steel runner, he says. Let's see. Oh, look at him go. The cat didn't win, that's for sure. 20 points. I'm rich. Alright, how much is this? Okay. So we weren't always peaceful. 400 years ago, there was a war. Good to know. Wish there was a way to check how many points I had. Oh, well. The game lets me progress the story now. So it's the year 1000, and we are making a hyperdimensional transporter. Alright. And his daughter has made it. Our friend Luca. Oh, no one wants to get their molecules completely rearranged? Why not? I'm the main character. Nothing can stop me. It's good to know that he was full of belief. So, just in terms of storytelling, normally if this was a novel or something that was written, the normal world would be a little bit more fleshed out than this, but we were given enough information to suggest that there was normalcy. We are living in a somewhat technologically advanced, yet still fairly medieval-esque world. This kingdom that we live in is 1,000 years old. It's not always been peaceful and prosperous. We go to a fair, and, well, you saw just what happened. So this is the point of the hero's journey where we are introduced to something rather ominous. The shadow is what the hero's journey traditionally calls it. And the shadow is not necessarily the main antagonist, but it is the thing that is wrong. And as you can see, the thing that is wrong is this, our friend Marl, who may or may not be a princess, given the context clues, has, she got slurped up. So we're going to obviously take this and progress with the story. We will jump blindly forward because we are the hero. We have a call to action, and this is us accepting that call. We're rewarded with really good music. It kind of still holds up, even though it's still a bunch of, you know, bit music. And here we are, at the other end of the portal. And immediately confronted by little blue dudes. One of the things that I've always enjoyed about this game is that all the encounters are just on the map. So you don't really have random encounters, and you can also get kind of lucky if you know how to avoid them. That's a nice touch. Everything's a little foggy now, but everything looks rather familiar. We are on the same continent. We are in a new but familiar world. Also, my house is gone. I just realized this place is called Truce Inn. Who's this guy? Interesting. Alright, so we are given information that the Fiend Lord, who was apparently defeated 400 years ago, is very much active. Now, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that we may or may not be 400 years in the past. Or question mark. Also, the Queen apparently was missing. She is now back. She was found in the canyon, which is where we came from. And since Marl is most likely, if not the queen of the current time, and their family's been in generational power for 30 years, not too far of a stretch. There's some confusion. Also, I'm just broke. Seems familiar. Also, that guy said there was something very fishy about this cathedral. I don't like these nuns either. Creepy. So I want to mention that the world building is actually something that I never would have noticed if I was a kid. It's something I don't really pay attention to, or didn't pay attention to. But there's NPC dialogue that is suggesting that we are at war. There's not a lot of trust going on. And you can kind of get the overarching feeling, this guy looks plastered, you kind of get the overarching feeling that we are not in a great way in this world. That this war is not something that's being won. I find that good world building. It's very subtle, it's not in your face. Unless you go to talk to people. But it's a nice touch. Excuse me while I rob this castle. Because I am the protagonist, and that's what protagonists do. Also, is that like a spinning wheel in her room? Well, that's not good. So we find our companion who got sucked through time portal, and she exploded. Not very good. Let's just ignore these people. We didn't do anything wrong. And Luca made it through. Of course, Luca is here to explain what the context clues of the world showed us. For younger version of myself, who would never have noticed this and just assumed this is a Super Nintendo game and they only had one map. Of course, we're getting explained to us how genealogies work. And if we go muck around with the timeline, we change the future. As Luca is explaining, in the past, the Queen of 600 AD got kidnapped, and she was eventually found and saved. But since Marl showed up, they assumed that she was the queen. They stopped searching for her, which means the original queen was done away with by the Fiend Lord, which means that Marl ceases to exist. The entire timeline, our family tree, is just erased. So we're learning consequences of our actions already, just by a small thing. Since I was already told about the creepy chapel, that's where I'm going to go to next, after I finish robbing this place. That's huge. It's 11 extra defense right there. Crime pays in video games. Already went this way. So I'm going to do a quick save here. Turns out that the context clues we were given about the chapel being a little strange pay off. I like that her name is Nagamore, like a paramour. A mysterious froggy friend. I wonder what his name could be. So we have a mysterious new friend who is aptly named Frog, and he is trying to save the queen. Suggesting that he probably was the one that actually saved her, which means he probably would have saved the original queen in the original timeline. I think, probably. So would that have actually changed anything? Also, I just messed that up. Frog's also kind of carrying us. He's a pretty cool guy. Looked at his gear. Athenian water. Oh, just heals you from KO. Respects to the Fiend Lord's statue. Here we go. Interesting. So we're being introduced to the Fiend Lord. I think it's rather interesting. As Magus. So now that we have a shadow, he has a name. That's auto. Got some bromide. It's not in my inventory at all. combo is pretty rough. That's a fun line here. Knowing what comes next, that our actions do have consequences, even though we've air quotes restored the natural order to things in terms of the timeline. We must get a stricter justice system. Oh, they're just gonna let us walk out? Like, this... She impersonated the queen. Didn't really say that it was wrong. They just don't seem to care. I find that kind of odd. No consequences to our actions. We're the good guys. Trust us. I like this game's tech system, but I hate the fact that mobs just walk around. Pretty annoying. Maybe I just need to get good. So now that we've corrected the timeline, we, in theory, should be able to go back to our regular timeline, and everything should be hunky-dory. Alright, well, we have made it back to normal time. We have entered a new chapter in Chrono Trigger, and I think that is a good place to stop for the day and for this video. If you enjoyed, thanks for watching, and I will be posting another video hopefully soon.